Happy New Year everyone, and welcome to Bunkai of the Month for January 2011. Just before we get started, I'd just like to say thanks a lot for all the positive feedback and comments that have come in so far. I'm really pleased that you're enjoying these little video lessons, so we'll aim to keep recording them into the foreseeable future. This month we've got a couple of quite similar applications, one from Wanshu and Kata and one from Rohai kata. Okay, this first application is from Wanshu and Kata, from the embusen. Here we turn 90 degrees and then pivot back on ourselves to perform the short end, the palm heel strike. Okay, so we're just going to work from like an outside arm clash position. As Stuart pushes in, I'm going to absorb that, slip and strike across the back of the head. This arm's pulling down, and this arm here, this right arm, is pulling, trying to get back to the hip for the embusen position. Okay, so you press his slip from here, strike. Pull this arm down. Then from here, turn my body 90 degrees like the form, scoop this arm over to lock. And then turn back on myself, bring this arm up and strike for the short end. So one more time, he presses in from here, I absorb, slip, strike from here. Turn my 90 degrees, lock the arm, then whip the hips back to provide power for that palm heel strike. Okay, now obviously if I press down on the arm here and pull up on the jaw, it can be quite painful, okay? And of course, because the kata does this once, doesn't mean you have to do it once, you know, so you've got multiple striking options as well from this position. So just one more time from here, he presses in, slip and strike, lock the arm, turn, and then strike to finish. Okay, this next application is from Rohai kata, and it uses a very similar locking movement that we've seen in the previous application. But the main difference I want to kind of point out is that the embusen. Whereas in Wanshu kata, the embusen was 90 degrees, then we pull back on ourselves. In Rohai kata, we're turning 180 degrees, arms are coming across like this, and then they pull back to the hip slowly. Alright? So we're going to work from exactly the same start position. Stu's going to push forward, I'm going to slip from here and strike. Okay? Now, whereas in Wanshu, I turned at 90, on this one, I'm going to pull back and slip to the behind my opponent from here. So that's the 180 pivot. Alright? I'm going to slide this free hand now up along the side of his neck, and then I'm going to pull back. Okay? So that's this movement here in the form. Okay? Then the kata says, pull the arms back slow. Okay? So usually when you see slow movements like that in the form, it kind of signifies that it's like a grappling movement where you've kind of got hold of something and you're trying to torque, twist or pull. Okay? So here, one more time, he presses forward, slip and strike. Okay? There's my 180 degree turn, lock this arm off. This one slides up, this position. Okay? So as I pull these arms back, this one here, I've got a few options. The first one is I can use my knuckles to dig into the side of the jaw as I pull back. Alright? I can use my forearm kind of like a blade of a knife and cut sort of into his neck from there. Or I can slip onto the side of his jaw and twist the head. Alright? On the other side, I've got a hammer lock. Alright? And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to pivot the forearm, so I'm going to put a lot of pressure on the shoulder, but at the same time I'm trying to pull the hand back to hikite. Alright? So I've got this dual action, these two angles that are going on, so it's quite hard to resist. Alright? So I'm doing that here at the same time as I'm pulling back onto the neck. Okay? So again, it's quite painful. So one more time. So you press it from here, I'm cross, scoot, get round to the back of my opponent, slide this up and choke from here, and then pull back, utilising any of those options we discussed earlier. Okay, so there's just a couple of applications there, utilising kind of a hammer lock and taking into account the embusen or the flow patterns of the forms. As usual, if you've got any comments, feedback or questions, please email them through. If you're not already a member of our free newsletter, then you can sign up easily at our website. I hope you enjoy watching, and we'll see you next month.